for another set of absolutely killer races here. I'm excited to see these two battle it out.
I can only agree with you. Those two are great runners. Of course, Superben being the favorite. Hold his eyes. But Greñudo showed in the qualification that he's able to beat everybody. So, Fev, how's your heart after these first two matches?
Tell me what, I'm going to need a nap before the finals after all this. My heart's been pounding out of my chest in some of these races. You know, we're staying alive, we're staying hydrated, so... But it has definitely been a handful of thrills already.
Fantastic. So for me, a big thanks to everybody who made this event possible. From our graphics ladies, Distel's wife and Anna Lebanon. Also my sister Visera. To Mr. Psice, who made more or less everything work. The whole seed generation thing, the stream you can see, we're streaming on a virtual server. Without him, nothing would have been possible. And of course, more 1337, who changed this hack to make it look like it is. And I think we are about to start. And I don't only think that, I know that because I'm in charge of when the thing starts here. So we have 12 seconds, and then we will see those booth in action.
All right, the Kaizo Kup quarterfinals, y'all. Superben versus Greñudo. Chat, who you got? Who you pulling for? What do you want to see? We're starting off with Sunken Grounds. Okay.
See some Greñudo fans here. The Mexican community really represented well here. We have three Mexican runners in this main event.
Very nice. You know, you look at the leaderboards in general for the Power Beneath. A lot of representation from all around the world.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome to see.
We also had a Mexican, only Mexican tournament in Power Beneath a few weeks ago, in which RB Machok, who will play the next race, won against Sadius, his quarterfinal opponent.
So a couple of our main event competitors back at it. It sounds like.
Oh yeah. So now here in the first level we can see Superben has a bit cleaner movement. Ooh, and Greñudo.
Can he save it? Oh no! Oh, a brutal death at the end of the section. Just the slightest little misstep on missing that block. And suddenly we got Superben with an early lead.
And that death is so costly.
Right, against I mean...
Go on.
Players of this caliber. It's going to be a situation where any misstep is going to be costly in a huge way. And in some situations, you might not have the chance at all to make up that ground you lost.
That's completely correct. Especially when you play against the beasts like Superben, who does
Jump
the
there.
speed street here. That means half a level advantage for Superben. Superben is probably one of the most decorated speedrunners in Kaizo we have right now. So many world records, especially in hacks that are extremely hard. Like Dram Worlds, both Dram Worlds.
Yeah, I believe he's holding the record for both drams, right?
Yeah.
Impressive feat. I mean, even to beat those games, let alone be the world record holder.
Especially Dram World is really, really hard. And a bit janky, and I'm just impressed by how he does it. And so far, Deathless here in this seat.
Oh no. Greñudo accidentally eats the mole. Yoshi's tongue getting a little out of sorts and betrays Greñudo there. And gives Superben an opportunity to open this up a little bit wider even.
Hopefully that's not the death sentence already for him. But Superman, or how I call him, Iceman, showing no problems with this level here.
Whatsoever. We've got almost perfectly in sync fade outs there, showing off a just kind of perfect one level lead now for Superben.
Superben not going for this crazy shred, and he does.
Okay, so here, now we have a situation where do you go for the super hard speed strats, or do you try and play it safer? It looks like Superben's committed to the speed strats. At this point, it's probably the only way he knows how to play this game, and anything else would just be unfathomable. But a little bit of a misstep on that first go around. However, Greñudo with a couple deaths here.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be too costly for Ben.
Ben going out. Greñudo now finally got the timing. Jump on that saw. But Superben now are almost 1.5 levels in front. That is a tough task for Greñudo to ask.
Without a doubt. Greñudo getting in there finally, though. That's got to be a nice weight off his chest there. Level kind of gave a few fits there. And that's a hard level. For those who don't know, it's a very, very difficult level in this game. Lots of precise jumps, precise balancing, and having to squeeze through gaps.
Superben here go with the safe strat, not skipping a cycle.
I saw that as well. Very interesting. I wonder if he's, got the race open and he maybe sees that he's got a bit of a lead and is knowing, let's not risk it.
That certainly is a possibility. I did that in my previous races, but I'm still not sure if it's good for you or bad for you to know how you stand.
Yeah, I think it's got to be one of those things that comes down to just a matter of preference.
Yeah.
Do you want that knowledge, or do you want to kind of get in your own zone and focus on your gameplay and let everything else, fall where it may? I don't know. I guess I don't know for sure if Ben is watching. If so, it explains, taking a little bit safer strats.
Greñudo now through with Run for Life. And Ben in Watcher's Temple, which in my opinion is one of the harder levels where you can die easily.
With that. It feels like there's a lot that can go wrong with this stage. Nothing on the first section for Superben, however.
But he had to wiggle a lot to get on the shell. Really good control of Mario. Let's see if Greñudo goes for the speed strat. No, he doesn't. Ben doesn't have a... Oh no, he waits here. Doesn't go for the strat where you can't see anything. But go a bit faster.
Greñudo getting a death on the P-speed section there.
Oh, no. And once again, Greñudo. Let's say this is a warm-up game. I'm
Right,
sure
it's
he
gotta
can
be
play
it's gotta
way
be a little
better.
bit mentally draining. You know, to have a few deaths, even
Yeah.
just in a small capacity, knowing who you're playing against in this case.
Especially if you get a death early in the seed, that really cinches you. If that's the right word.
We see Greñudo finally getting in there. Superben still cruising along. It's here on what's the vanilla first stage of the game. Pretty simple and straightforward, but also one of those things where if you're in a race and you take a death there, you're gonna be hitting yourself over the head, knowing that you should have known better. Not a problem for Superben as he is in there.
RB, Ben already died, and oh no, Greñudo. And run for life.
Yeah. Superben, I mean, he's about as close to deathless as you could be at this point, but I definitely, he had a death or two that, luckily haven't costed him too much because he's managed to just be consistent and just getting the job done here. Oh, but he takes a random death to the beetle late in the section.
Very uncommon.
Very, very uncommon. You could almost see his reaction. He knew how uncharacteristic that was.
But now going through the level with P-speed, which is really hard to make. And shaking his head. I think he doesn't know how far in front he is. Oh, another death. He did a spin jump and knew immediately that that was the wrong one.
Greñudo make it through the second section of Watcher's Temple. With a little bit of an opportunity now to gain some ground.
But still, Ben
Still
needs
stays
a
behind.
lot of deaths for Greñudo to catch up. And that's a strength of a top tier player. You die once in a level. You don't die twice. You make one mistake, say, okay, happened, and go with a fresh mind in it and just crush it. And that's really hard to get. Because since once you have this bad feeling, it can easily spiral in a death loop.
Yeah, I think we definitely saw that in our last set of races. We saw what a brutal death loop can kind of do to derail things. Now, especially against a runner runners as good as the likes of Calco, Superben, really any of these runners. Any bit of mistake you're making and giving your opponent can be very, very costly and really difficult to make up. And looking at Superben, he had a couple of those mistakes in the previous level, couple deaths, but shaking it off and just making quick work of the bullet level here now.
Exactly. And Ben going through this part extremely fast. Had some really tight jumps, really tight falls, which you can do in a safe way too, but he chose to do them fast. So again, a 2 level lead, or 1.5 level, if you want to be exact. Superben here in Snowy Peaks.
Nice, clean, clear on core dump there for Greñudo.
Snowy Peaks, it seems like to me, it came up in almost every seed today.
Close to it, yeah. and the bullet level and Forest of the Angry. We've had a lot of appearances of those.
I know it wasn't all of mine. And I really don't like this level. Yes, I really like to die there. But Ben thinks it's super easy and just breezes through it.
Making it look easy, which kind of was what Superben does. He's got that calm demeanor that just makes Kaizo look easy. Even the most difficult of Kaizo.
Superben just doing Superben things.
Oh, and Greñudo accidentally grabs the P-switch as it's falling down, costing himself a little bit of time on this section where, you know, your only option is to wait for the P-switch.
Especially the bullet level, when you die in there, it's really costing so much time and it's really hurting you. That's the thing here in spin running. A death is not equal a death. There is a 1 second death and there's a 50-second death.
And then there's just no deaths, which is what Superben seems to be committed to right now. See both players making it to goalposts, but again, it's about a 2-stage lead here for Superben, heading into Collapsing Castle as our final one of this first seed.
Collapsing Castle was a really problematic level when making the seeds because it bugged out all the time. We had some instances where you died in the second half and just get teleported to the next level. So let's hope that doesn't happen here.
The more you know.
So something in this level doesn't really work with the no overworld ASM, but Superben doesn't care about it. Goes through and gets the first win.
First win. That looks like credits, GG's for Superben. Coming up indeed. Game 1 goes to Superben. Heck of a performance. And we had, I think, 1 death early on. And, you know, just cruising. Heck of a performance.
That's completely true. Ben showing why he is the favorite. But also a 15-12. That's the time he got in the end. Not perfect. There have been races today that were better. Especially the Deathless Calco one.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Calco had, what was it, a 14:08, I believe.
Yeah.
In one of those runs. Just a stellar time. I mean, you know, it's one of those things where I'm excited. I'm excited to see which of these runners, you know, the ones that are advancing, we get to see these guys actually square off with each other later on today. I couldn't be more pumped. I'm going to be geeking on these semifinals and finals. It's just a great day for speedrunning. We see Greñudo making his way to the final level here. Collapsing Castle.
So Ben with the lead here. I didn't ask you. Who's your favorite for the event here?
Who's my favorite? Wow.
Yeah.
Gosh, it's tough. It's tough to pick against Calco, knowing that he's currently holding the world record, and having seen just how lights out he played earlier. But at the same time, I've seen Superben play that same level of lights out, you know, just barely for starters, and then also in the qualifiers earlier on. So I feel like it's got to be one of those two for me. I definitely, RB Machak's got a deathless run though, right? So one of those three. But if you're making me pick favorites, I guess it's tough to count out Superben. You look at just how decorated his speedrunning resume is. That doesn't happen without getting the job done in clutch situations. And so here we are in a tournament setting, pressure's on. Yeah. And hey, if anyone out there wants to prove me wrong and be like, yeah, Five Guy picked Superben, we'll show him. Good on you. That'd be awesome. I'm just excited to watch some Kaizo because these guys are doing great. Greñudo getting his GGs. And that'll be it for the end of the first seed. We got some love in chat for RB.
Oh, Ben himself says he wasn't ready for the full speed split in the lava level. Which is really hard and really tight. I wouldn't do it either.
It's a lot of power to contain, But if I trust anyone to do it, I trust Superben.
So we have a little pause here now, because I want to get Ben's timer in here. So a little live editing for you guys. It's the problem when you prepare stuff and then the players just change the layout. That was quick.
Hey, we got race number 2 coming up in just a minute. Superben gonna get his next seed loaded up here. Greñudo is ready to go, it looks like.
I think they are ready right now. And we start in 15 seconds. So, second race. What do you think?
I mean, let's see who can keep up the consistency. The distance didn't seem too massive. There's a few really costly deaths that Greñudo had that were a big setback. Superben basically played mistake-free. Can Superben keep that up? Can Greñudo clean up on some of those mistakes from the first go-around? We're about to see, and we're starting off with Vanilla Level 1. Everybody's familiar with starting to speedrun this way.
Hopefully they don't do the tricky strat. No, they don't. So in the first level in a normal speedrun, you of course go full risk, since it's the first level.
I think everybody going safe strats, you're taking a checkpoint if you have the chance.
But you already can see Ben with cleaner movement and being already ahead, even though neither of them died.
Right, just those little things that you can do, taking corners tight, taking jumps over things a little tighter, not holding down your jump button so that you fall faster. A lot of little things that can just help shave off bits of time, and you're kind of seeing it with how precise of movements that Superben has in a lot of these cases.
Now collapsing castle, the last level in the previous seed. Oh, Greñudo. That's unfortunate. Ben again in the lead.
Yep, getting a little bit to kind of opening it up a little bit now. Like we were saying, can Ben keep up this mistake-free play pretty much? Greñudo making it to the checkpoint.
The sad thing for Greñudo is he probably can.
Okay, we're getting bullets yet again, as is tradition. Greñudo in there, clean, very nice. He had a death or two on that last time around. It's good to see him bounce back strong like that.
The bullet level feels like it has a bit of jank in it when you play through the game the first time. But once you know the patterns, there are only two, you know how to handle them. And it's just, let's say, it gets on your nerves when you get the wrong pattern.
Yeah, definitely. I have had this level drive me crazy in a couple instances. So I understand the rate. But then to that same point, impressive to see these guys make it look so easy. Yourself included, Chelberg.
Thanks. But if I remember correctly, I died pretty heavily once in this game, in my race.
All right,
and the deep anger came out of me.
To Watered Highway.
Oh god.
Okay, so in our first couple of races, this stage brought some of the most exciting moments.
Oh yeah.
We had some lead changes, some chaos. This is an interesting stage because it seems simple and straightforward, but the tiniest mistake can end up having huge consequences. First section looking good for Superben there.
And even though it's a fast water level, it's still a water level. And when you lose time in here, it hurts. Oh, double the amount. Ben getting the P-switch on the second attempt. Greñudo also looking pretty clean here. So far, it's the one death Greñudo had. Oh, Ben!
Superben! And another!
Is that the death loop we were all waiting for? Now they are almost equal now.
Almost equal, yeah. Talk about a wake-up call for Superben. And opportunity calling for Greñudo to close this gap. Very nice. Greñudo making it through nice and clean, and just like that, we are close to knot it up again. Probably about 10 seconds or so separating our runners here.
So both now in the last cinema, the last level of the hack. And also a pretty tricky one, where you can die very, very easily. Especially now the part where Superben is. You need to be very precise and also need to wait, which speedrunners are really not accustomed to.
It's not a word speedrunners love to hear, is wait. we start getting nervous, we don't know what to do with our hands.
Yeah. Then you click something.
Oh, Greñudo fumbles the orb. Oh no.
But Ben going through it pretty cleanly. And Greñudo having some issues with the disco shell, but fixes it. Greñudo also, in one of his qualifier games, had a massive save in this level.
We're onward to
find it in the
something
clips.
rounds.
Sunken Grounds is also a level which can be pretty tricky, especially the first half. You can, if you want, even skip a cycle, but that's pretty precise, and I don't expect anybody to do it here.
Yeah, you know, we've got this this second section, which I believe in the first race between these two was kind of our earliest separation, because Greñudo took a really, really unfortunate death at the very, very end of this this slime climb section, where he had a misstep on the hidden blocks there, and it was just a little too late. Superben making it through nice and clean. Let's see Greñudo do the same, hopefully.
Looks good so far. The bad water is not in sight. He goes through it.
Very nice.
So now Ben and Chemical Waste, one of my favorite levels. You can do some speed stretch here. I really love them. But Ben doesn't skip the cycle here, as you've seen Calco and myself do it.
Would be a chance for Greñudo to possibly gain back just the slightest amount if he can go for a speed strat here.
No, he doesn't.
Not gonna.
Ben just doesn't allow Greñudo to catch up. Still maintaining his half-level lead. And Greñudo can only hope and try to play as perfect as he can. Now watch his tempo. Watch his tempo, also tricky.
Yeah, this feels like one where things just can go wrong. I'm not saying they necessarily always do for people, because, you know, all these runners are elite tier, obviously. But just feels like things can randomly go wrong here.
Indeed they can.
I think we've actually seen it a time or two today already. And we saw, you know, mishandling of the shell there, of the throw block accidentally killing it. Not an issue. Superben is through. Let's see if
So Greñudo looking good.
Greñudo getting through there. In there also. Nice work of that first section by both runners.
Here we saw Ben wait, and he waits once again for the screen to scroll up. Seems like he isn't as sure as he could be, and rather waits and loses a few seconds, but doesn't die.
Seems like it's just kind of calculating the risk of certain strats, and maybe thinking that you know, it's not where he wants to go. Now here's a repeat where I believe in the first race Ben had a death or two.
He had, and then he got the full P-strat, and he got it once again. This is really hard to get. This whole P-strat you just saw right now. This strat is extremely hard to get, and also has some risk.
Yeah, I mean, I think that in the first race it was the one beetle enemy there that I think Ben was just going too fast and didn't realize that he was motoring straight into death there. Not the case today. He seems to be making quick work. Let's see Greñudo get here. Greñudo's in the pipe as well. Nicely done.
And I hope for Greñudo, he doesn't watch the stream right now. Must be so demoralizing. You playing perfect, and the other guy just doesn't miss a beat.
Right.
And now up there, down here, second level. Oh, Ben!
Whoa.
And again, Ben?
No, he got caught in between going straight for the platform, and he almost bailed himself out with the
third death.
Shell jump. So now we're getting interesting here.
So let's see if Greñudo... Yeah, it looks good. And now we're only one death apart. One death for Ben, and Greñudo has overtaken him. Greñudo also... And... Oh, Ben!
Greñudo
and Greñudo's in the lead!
Another death. Just like that. We have a small lead for Greñudo. Can he hold it? This is where that execution...
Oh, no!
Like that, a death.
And Ben also... Oh, what the hell is happening?
Whoa!
I'm standing right now. And Greñudo, no!
Oh my gosh!
Ben, yeah.
Oh, Ben gets the spin
Ben
jump.
gets it.
He is in there. Whoa! The stress. You can see it on Ben's face each time. He was shocked and dismayed. The Greñudo still right there. Nice execution.
Oh, Greñudo will bite in his foot. Oh, and Ben dies!
Oh my
Greñudo.
gosh.
Oh, holy shit.
We are almost in a complete sync right now between the two runners on our 11th stage of 12. Both of them
what is
opting
happening
for
here?
and speed strats and getting them.
I can't even really talk right now. This is the 11th of the 12 levels. And they both are almost synchronized. Ben going for the speed strat.
For speed strat, Greñudo has to loop a little bit more. Opens up just a couple extra seconds of lead.
Now the last level.
About
Snowy
three seconds or so. And Snowy Peaks. Oh my. This is a sinister level to have at the end.
Oh, Greñudo dies.
Oh.
But anytime Superben dies, Greñudo is in the lead. No, Greñudo does again.
Oh no. Superben holding strong and in there through that first section.
Ah, no, Greñudo needs a miracle. Oh no. I think that's it.
That may be.
But I hope, people, you are entertained.
Woof. Superben making the Yoshi jump. One more.
That's it.
He is in there.
Ben getting the GG.
GG's to Superben. What a race. GG's to Greñudo, too. I know he's going to finish this up. So close behind. What an unreal last couple levels we had there. My heart's racing still. Just wow. Oh no! And Greñudo takes a death at the very end.
But I'm pretty sure he knows
I think he knows. Yeah, it seemed like a very, you know, not too hurt kind of smile that came out there.
Oh wow. I need to play later. How should I manage to play when my heart is beating? People, what have you done to me?
Get it. Greñudo's in there. Very nice. I mean, the times don't show it because of a couple just mistakes there after it was all kind of said and done. But whoa, those lead changes and the chaos of those last several levels was it was nuts. My eyes going back and forth between the two runners when they were synced was something else, and they did not disappoint. And good news, we have got yet another game here. This is not done. This is not done. It's a best of 5 series. Superben currently stands a 2-0 lead, but you know nothing's over till it's over. With runners this good, anything can happen. GG's indeed, RB. That was an amazing race.
And after this race, I see a reverse sweep possible. Whew. So I think both are ready.
Yep, looks like we got
nobody needs a break.
Up. Greñudo is readied up. Game 3 is coming up. Chat, who you got? Is Greñudo pushing this to a game 4?
If I knew how to make bets, I would do them. But I'm streaming so little, I have no idea how to do it. How does it do it?
Okay. Okay, you know, I think this is only the second appearance we've had of this stage today. It's been a bit of a rare one.
Yeah, and it's probably one of the least favorite level.
Oh no! It's Superman with an early death.
Now for well, that's the first time Greñudo is in the lead early in the game. He had some short leads in the game before. And guess
getting that midway.
Checkpoint. Oh, Greñudo with the death.
Missing the jump. He had the duck jump strat, and then just missed that second fish.
This means, as so often in this match so far, Superben with the lead. And gets the last jump. The last jump is pretty tricky.
Definitely. Okay. Both players into the pipe. Superben into the goal. Greñudo right behind him. And we've got Watered Highway. This is another level that has just brought some interesting twists and turns today. Superben opting to go the safe route with the thwomp there. Seems like the timing may not have lined up very well. Greñudo through section 1, nice and clean also.
And we remember Ben had some problems in the third section here. Let's see how he fares right now. Especially Greñudo right behind him.
I wonder if those past mistakes, if Superben's remembering those and really making an effort. Nice and clean through there. Greñudo as well. Nice watered highway by both runners.
Greatly done by both. And now, oh, again, this level. They both had so many problems.
Indeed, this one has been was a challenge for everybody earlier.
Ben getting the first jump. First attempt. Gets the checkpoint.
Much better there from the first time around, but not out of the woods. This second section gave people some problems too. Greñudo getting in there also, very nice.
Ben also getting the second hard jump here. Oh, but dies again.
Oh, it's a couple times now we've seen that. And Ben's got to be the more frustrated with himself than anyone, knowing what he's capable of there too.
I'm pretty sure Greñudo would have loved to get this one shot in his race before.
Definitely. A little lead here now for Greñudo going into Rivers and Lakes. A little bit of baby Yoshi juggling going on here.
Oh,
and Greñudo takes baby Yoshi for a plunge.
Rivers and Lakes.
For Superben now to retake that lead, maybe do something with it, extend it if he can.
But he doesn't.
No, but he bonks on the base of the ball and chain. So here we are. Lead changes galore yet again.
Killing Machine saying in the chat, Yoshi's revenge.
Oh, it's a great day for the Yoshis if that's the case.
But also I have to say, this is one of the levels I hate the most.
Yeah, Greñudo having to do a little bit of a double take there on the Chuck gate.
That's a safe strat, yes. Ben going for the fast strat. And Greñudo now in the lead. And a sizable lead at that.
Definitely. Okay, going into chemical waste. All right, so this is interesting because this is a level where we haven't seen people go for the speed skip in the later section. Do we see that now from Superben if he knows that he's maybe a tiny bit behind and confident enough in that strat? Do we see him go for it and maybe make up some of these couple seconds behind that he is right now? And to that same point, it looks like Greñudo not going with that.
Can't imagine Ben now changing his strats. No! Oh, he goes for it!
Like he goes for it. All right.
And especially he went for the really hard strat, going with the spin jump, where he can sometimes die and just fall through the platform. And you don't fall through it when you do a normal jump.
Oh, looking good through that section. Superben still hanging right behind him.
Tightening the gap. Phantom Dancer should be one of the easier levels. Probably one of the most liked levels.
Especially where these runners will probably be kicking themselves if they make a mistake in.
far. Greñudo easy. I also did not see anybody go for the speed strat here. Can also go a little bit faster. Both don't think it's worth it. Greñudo one-shotting it. As well as Ben.
In there safely. All right. Oof. You know, looking at it, I would almost say Superben maybe regained a couple seconds there. Maybe off of just some tighter execution, but it seemed like Greñudo's lead was a little further into those victory cutscenes at the end of the levels than we just saw. I don't think it would be the Kaizo Kup main event unless we had this stage. I think this one has made it into every single seed thus far today.
Looking good so far.
Greñudo getting right in the face of that bullet bill. Fortunately, just far enough away. Taking a tight turn, but he made it. You see both of them. Look at the sync. We're seven levels in, and we've got these runners within seconds of each other. About 3 seconds separating them at this point. Amazing. Greñudo in the zone, indeed, RB.
And now the last cinema. They both get all the hot stops.
Both of them clean through the first section. Greñudo fumbles the orb. Oh no! And just like that, Superben's gonna retake the lead. Amazingly, I don't think that's the first time that's happened with Greñudo either. I think that happened in one of the other races in that exact section. For whatever reason, the orb just decided, just slipped out. But he is in there, and we're going to Snowy Peaks yet again. Another one we've had in I think the vast majority of our seeds today. And really comes down to execution. We've seen things go kind of wrong for plenty of runners in this stage throughout the tournament.
Really looks like that.
All right, Superben making quick work of the first section. See if Greñudo's got the same thing going for him. Oh
no! Oh, Ben!
Spikes! Oh, what a brutal way to go! And that's going to give Superben an opportunity here to really open this thing up a little more. And Greñudo misses the rope as well.
And Ben did die as well. But it was not as a costly death as it was for Greñudo. Greñudo will hate this level after this day. Ah, no.
And he's in there. All right. As Superben, though, making it out of that section. Got himself about a half section lead now. So sure enough, Snowy Peak bringing some trouble.
As it has in the last seed. Now for Ben Fast Pass. A weird level. It's not really hard, but it really is problematic is less, at least for me. Peeking is hard.
Yeah, sometimes the turnaround of the spin jump on those that fuzzy right there get a little tricky because you've got to swing under and hit those on-offs, but then also catch back up and then eventually loop back around, spin jumping on the fuzzy the whole time.
And Ben going through.
Section by Superben there.
So he's only 3 levels away from the semifinal.
Okay, another appearance of Collapsing Castle.
Greñudo going through now.
Superben dialed in with that first section.
Collapsing Castle isn't the hardest level. Ooh, been really fast here.
Nice second section by Superben.
Now only 2 levels away. Greñudo hoping for a hard level. I don't know if Acidic Swamp is the level he wanted. Yes, Nintendo. This level, this hack consists of 23 levels. But we made a generator, so we only get a seed of 12 of the 23 levels in random order. So that one race isn't too long, and also we have a bit of a variety for the players and for the viewers. Oh, Ben!
Oh, Superben with a death at the very end of the section. Okay. There's a little bit of a, several time losses for Greñudo earlier. Now, opportunity maybe.
And now Ben gets it.
Superben in there on the second attempt. As Greñudo gets to the midway. Credits GG.
GG.
That is it. Superben is going to advance to the semifinals of the Kaizo Kup. GG's to Superben. GG's Greñudo in there as well. What a race. What a set of races by these guys. Holy cow.